Hey everybody, how you doing? So, it's your friend Ranger Eric here, and this is our Seeds Friday 15 at 2:15. I missed the mark by a couple of minutes because I was in transit, but I just it's probably not going to be 15 minutes, but it'll be something. And my Friday 15 today, I just wanted to talk to you guys for a minute because I'm very grateful. Today is my very first day where I went into a school to do a live animal show. And I got to tell you how amazing that feels, how great it feels. And I wanted to talk to you also a little bit about some of our animal ambassadors and their care. And here I have little Quill I Am. And Quill I Am is a hedgehog. He's just a bundle of prickles. There he is. Hey, Quill. Come on out and look at everybody. See? So look at how cute he is. And so so Quill is, he's over a year now, because he was our first animal born at Seed. And so I've been handling him every day since then. But one of the things that's not really talked about much, with animal care, is their mental health. And something that's been really quite difficult to deal with is our animals' mental health. Because when the pandemic shut down schools and obviously canceled all of our field trips and in-school programs, we did switch to virtual. Yes, we did still use our live animals, but it wasn't the whole process that the animals were used to. It was a major change, and boredom quickly set in with many of our animals. And I could even note that some of the animals were even depressed a bit. Oh yeah, your daughter says hi to Quill? Yeah, hey. So he loves being pet, actually. But anyway, so what I was talking about was that I noticed a lot of our animals were showing signs of depression. And that's a hard one to fix. So that means a lot more time every day handling the animals, looking out for their mental health as well as their physical health. And look at that cutie pie face. Oh, he's so cute. You're so cute, Quill. And so hey Audrey, thanks for joining. And so there's Quill. So it's been really important that me and the volunteers that help take care of all these animals have been handling them. That's really an important part of every day. Touching the animals, handling them, and keep them feeling connected as part of your family. Because when they're just sitting in a cage like that all day, they definitely have emotions and stuff like that. So I even got Lovey Dove here. Hey, sweetie. So I had all these animals in school with me today, and the kids had to wear gloves, but they were still able to touch the animals in a very safe, COVID-friendly environment. And here's Lovey Dove. So she likes traveling. She likes traveling in the car, but she's probably going to hop up on the dashboard in a second. Is that right, sweetie? So Lovey is pretty easy to look after, because I can just pick her up and put her on my head or put her on my shoulder and just walk around with her for a little bit. Some of the other animals are a little bit more difficult, like the tortoise or the hedgehog. He's not easy to carry. And also, when Quill wakes up like he is right now, he really does want to run and move around quite a bit. Look at what a good girl you're being. Yeah. You gonna go somewhere? Oh, yep, you want to go up on my head. So, and that's where she's probably gonna poop. So, on camera. Thanks, Lovey. Love you too, honey. And so I just have to give a shout out to all of our fabulous volunteers who are helping with the animal care, because they're really doing a great job, and looking after everybody's health, changing out their cages so that it's a little different every time, and that keeps the animals mentally stimulated as well. That's just good animal husbandry, to do that. So those of you with animals at home, please think about that. Like you think about it with your dog. You keep your dog, with the family, and you're playing with them and stuff like that. But even things like bearded dragons and corn snakes and all those animals need your interaction just as much as your dog does. I wanted to show you. Yeah, so I also travel. I put all my animals in plastic bins now. There was a time when I would do live animal shows, and I wanted to show people their setup. And so I made these elaborate cages, glass tanks with their setups and tunnels and just whatever was needed in there. And I would bring all this to a program until one day somebody stopped short and I had to slam on the brakes, and all these tanks slammed against each other and a bunch of them broke. And I remember I had like an iguana walking through glass and a tortoise, and it was just a nightmare. And so in the middle of this intersection, I just jump out of the car and I start grabbing animals and getting them out of broken glass. So after that, I was like, you know what? That's not a smart move. Just better to have a nice travel bin like this. And I like these shoe boxes, plastic shoe boxes, because you can see. I drilled air holes in it, but really that's just for show. But I like this one because it's not sealed at all. There's a 360 degree air gap all the way around the lid. And I'll tell you a funny story. The first time I really discovered that lip doesn't seal, I was driving back from a reptile expo, and I had just bought a bin of 500 crickets, and there must have been a hole in it, because as I'm driving, I start seeing crickets jumping around the car, and I was like, oh man, well, I just bought these, and I was like, perfect, let me just dump the crickets into one of these, and we'll keep going. So I pull over off on the side of the highway, dump the crickets in, close it up, keep driving, and I still keep seeing crickets around, and I'm like, wow, a lot got out. And so I get home, I open up the bin, and there's like 10 crickets left in the bin. So I have 500 crickets jumping around in the car. And that's when I'm like, how did they get out? And that's when I realized that they just go right up here over the lip, and out they go. So gotta learn things the hard way sometimes. Another animal that it's easy to use in these kind of temperatures, because it is pretty chilly, especially this morning. It was pretty chilly, so we wanted to. I wanted to be smart about which animals I chose to bring into the school today. And I just got to say again, it feels so good to be in a school teaching again with students, not virtually, in person. But I wanted to be smart about it. So I brought things like a corn snake that can handle periods of low temperature. Well, I mean, he could even hibernate if I wanted him to, but I keep him warmer at home so that he doesn't hibernate. But like Lovey and Quill, they're both warm-bloodeds, so they're producing their own temperature. Oh wow, some grackles just came in. Awesome! Yay! Welcome back, grackles. And in just a minute, I'm going to go look for my first osprey of the year. I hear is just right up here on their nest already. So very excited about that. So this is Baby, our corn snake. Look how beautiful she is on the underside. So, and he's actually really just one of my most trusted animal ambassadors. I can just plunk him on a child and not be worried about him at all. I'd be more worried about the child harming harming the snake than I am the snake harming anything. So, but yeah, he's just super great. But at any rate, so that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for joining in today. And I'm sure we'll see you around. Please join us tomorrow is our Spring Equinox Festival. And we're going to be celebrating it for 12 hours tomorrow. So it's going to be a real fun festival. I hope you join us every hour on the hour from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. So until then, I'm going to sign off. I will see you guys out there.